Hi everyone, I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Here's your political news roundup for Friday, December 14th. By all appearances, the fiscal cliff negotiations in Washington are at a stalemate. There were hopeful signs Thursday evening when House Speaker John Boehner was called to the White House for more talks with President Obama, but the meeting ended with no hints of progress, and most members of Congress left Washington to spend the weekend in their districts. President Obama will have to turn to a Plan B for Secretary of State. The top candidate for the job, Susan Rice, withdrew from consideration. She issued a public letter to the president saying the confirmation process would be lengthy, disruptive, and costly, and said the trade-off would just not be worth it for the country. Rice was destined to face more tough questioning about her previous testimony to Congress that the deadly attack on the U.S. Embassy in Benghazi, Libya, was a spontaneous response to an anti-Islamic film. Senator John Kerry is now seen as the likely nominee for the Secretary of State job. It looks like President Obama will turn to a Republican to be the next Secretary of Defense. There are reports that former GOP Senator Chuck Hagel is the leading candidate to succeed Leon Panetta. The decision is not yet final. Hagel served as senator from Nebraska for 2 terms and is on the President's Foreign Intelligence Advisory Board. He left Congress in 2009 and has been a faculty member at Georgetown University in Washington. He's not saying marijuana use should be legal, but President Obama also says the federal government should not target recreational use of pot in the states that voted to make it legal. Colorado and Washington State did just that in November. Non-medical marijuana use remains a federal offense, but Obama said the states have spoken, and federal law enforcement officials have more important matters to target. He said he would have a discussion with Attorney General Eric Holder on a long-term federal policy on marijuana use. Demonstrations turned violent a day ahead of voting on a new constitution in Egypt. Opponents of the document say it favors Islamic extremists. The Muslim Brotherhood and President Mohamed Morsi, who is a member of the Brotherhood, pushed the constitution through Parliament. Critics say it gives too much authority to religious leaders and fundamental Islamic law. Voting takes place over the next 2 Saturdays. That's your political news roundup for Friday, December 14th. I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Stay logged on to rttnews.com for the latest political, economic, and stock market news all day long.